All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link down in the video description is in the chat. Click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. For all the family out there, all you have to do is go to my home page and you'll see a playlist of membership videos. We got the Woolly Hair and the Divine Black Christ. We got the Sufi, the Nazarite, and the Naga. We got the Jedi, the Jinn, and the Naga. And so we want to most definitely get up there, occult classic, get up there, get that information, because you know that is fire. That's right. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check it out, get you something, get the discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, all the subject that you know and love from the general. 40 different subjects: African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building. We got the two raw for YouTube when Egypt ruled the earth. Yes, indeed, we got that. We got Black Illuminati. We got Holiday Holocaust, and man, we got this fire one that we want. One of the lectures presentations under the making of the white man, did ancient African scientists graph the other races. Man, we got some fire up there, man. Ridiculous fire. So make sure you get on over there and become a member. SETI University, generalseti.com. And everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never calm. It's going down today. We talking about the Order of Melchizedek and the Canaanite Egyptian Mystery School. We already dropped why the Pale Arab is not indigenous to Arabia, but the Caucasus Mountains. And we got coming up the 7 greatest power couples of ancient Egypt. We keep that fire up there. So make sure you get on Patreon, popping his page on Patreon. General Seti, that's right. And King Seti is on Rumble. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And to all the family out there that donated to the general, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate, link right there in the video description is in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you and I appreciate you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels: King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You be banned. Okay, Ukraine drone strike deep into Russia. Mushroom cloud explosion at missile depot. Here we go, family. I'm glad y'all in here today. Now, most people know I've been talking about this war going on since it started, really. The reality, I've been talking about Ukraine and Russia since it started. A lot of people, and you can see how progressively, that the things that I have taught about this topic has come to pass. So a lot of people was under the illusion that somehow Russia was the second strongest military in the world. Just not true. A lot of people, go with the hype and what they see on YouTube, what they read in the newspaper, and just not true. You see, Yeah, just not true. And so, you know, we highlighted, my predictions of what would happen. And the reality is that, Russia is not even near what they project Russia to be. As far as its conventional army is weak. Russia might not even be number 3. You see, Russia might not even be number 3. When it comes to conventional army, India might have a stronger army than Russia. That's just true. That's just true. India might have a stronger army than Russia. And so I don't think, with India being close to over a billion people, India is now the largest nation on the planet. Say the Ukrainian are getting mercenary help. Russia getting mercenary help. I mean, come on. Russia getting mercenary help. They all getting help now. Yeah, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Russia, they talking about Chinese dressing up as Russian uniforms. You don't think that Russia is not getting help? Yeah, they getting help too. Yes, indeed, they getting help. So they might be getting help from Korea. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? But you can't use nukes if you in a conventional war now. If you're in a conventional war, then you ain't supposed to use nukes. Now that don't mean somebody won't, but you ain't supposed to be using nukes against a conventional threat. If you just got to come down to and get down. You feel me? You got to come down and get some and get down with. You got to come to the ground. You feel me? You got to pound the ground, and Russia not ready to pound the ground. You see, the reality is a lot of Russia's technology is old. They still got tanks and shit from fucking World War II. Goddamn, they still got tanks from when they was fighting in goddamn Afghanistan and shit. Yeah, they got a couple of toys here and there, but they don't have the kind of economy to compete with the fucking United States like that. And so it's just evident that the technology is not just they didn't took a third rate army and trained them and gave them a higher technology as far as artillery and shit like that, and they fucking whooping Russia. They fucking whooping Russia, man. Let's just be real about it. You say a lot of veterans from the U.S. went over to Ukraine in the beginning of the war. I'm quite sure they did. I'm quite sure they did. And believe a lot of motherfuckers from China, North Korea, Mongolia, Chechnya, Bulgaria, and all them areas up there. Believe motherfuckers is coming from there too. You see what I'm saying? They coming on both sides and shit. Because it's the same shit. It's the same old war. It ain't a new war, but they got sides and shit where they go, you got allies that's gonna come to your aid and shit. But the reality is they striking off in goddamn in Russia. Do you understand what I'm saying? They striking. You see what I'm saying? And if it probably ain't, yeah, a lot in the UK, probably so, because they know that if he get any type of momentum, which he ain't gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Listen here. You sit up here and watch all these videos on YouTube about Russia versus NATO and Russia. But man, Russia cannot fight NATO. Get over that. Them goddamn videos is irrelevant at this point. All them videos that show Russia could take Europe, that's garbage. Russia can't take Ukraine. How the fuck is gonna take all of Europe? You see what I'm saying? You got nations in goddamn Europe stronger than goddamn Ukraine with better technology. Yeah, they getting some technology in there, but shit, you got Germany, you got Poland. You see what I'm saying? You got some other nations in there that got a larger population. You see what I'm saying? And so, I mean, you know, how in the fuck, you know, when you put them all together, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have, you know, at least, you know, 5 million soldiers and shit, something like that. Ain't no motherfucking way Russia could take no goddamn NATO. That just ain't gonna happen. That's a dream. That ain't even to be at this point in time. That can't even be taken into consideration. Motherfuckers sitting up, they scared that Russia can't even take Ukraine. How the fuck is gonna go into any other? Yeah, it's gonna have to go into something like Finland. I don't even think Russia could take Finland. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? See, but motherfuckers sit up on YouTube and make all them goddamn videos and shit. And this, that, and the third. I've been told motherfuckers long time ago that Russia was weak. Motherfuckers was talking all this shit. Oh, they whooping Ukraine. That Ukraine is fucking Ukraine is striking in motherfucking. And you could say, well, it's the United States. You could say whoever the fuck it is. I mean, what's fair is fair. Shit, you see? Ain't no say, because you got China and North Korea and motherfucking Russia on the other side, and you can believe they each supporting one another. So it ain't like Russia ain't supposed, you know, they ain't at no goddamn disadvantage where they can't get no help. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, China looking at it like, you feel me? What the fuck? I'm gonna destroy my economy fucking around with you in North Korea. You see what I'm saying? They gonna minimize any type of, you know, where you know, that they could be outright defeated. They ain't gonna let nobody just roll in there on them and shit. But defeat, still it is. You still defeated. Yeah, you still defeated. Anytime they striking in. And now look, check this out, y'all. Let's get this shit up here.
Ammunition depot in the western Russian region of.
Here we go.
Russia. An ammunition depot in the western Russian region of Tver, a source from Ukraine's security service told CNN. Videos circulating on social media, verified by CNN, show loud detonations and multiple buildings in the depot complex on fire. Governor Igor Rodinya ordered a partial evacuation of the area to get the blazes under control, according to the local government's.
They didn't struck on their ass.
The drones targeted the Russian Defense Ministry-operated warehouse in Tropiets, where tactical missile systems, aerial bombs, and artillery were stored, the security source told CNN. Russian state news agency TASS reports no civilians are thought to have been injured in the drone attack. The Ukrainian security source told CNN that attacks of this nature are being used methodically to reduce Russia's missile potential. Plans for further attacks on similar Russian military facilities are proceeding, according to the source.
Yeah, they didn't struck hard on. They didn't struck hard on their ass. They didn't struck hard on them. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing to have Ukraine hitting them like that. You see what I'm saying? They all over there in they shit now. They all over in they shit now. So all the motherfuckers that's talking about that Russia had defeated Ukraine, you dizzy. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. I come in, and again, when I tell you, they say, Seti, man, what is you? And so we here and we continuing to address this issue. It's going on all over the world, though. You see, when you look at one issue, you look at the other one. This gives, see, why do I? Because this gives you a blueprint on how every other motherfucking war is being fought. All these motherfuckers being fought the same kind of goddamn way. You got a certain, somewhat of a difference, but not really. You see, not really. Same shit. You got to get an understanding. If you can't see it from your goddamn, you in the living room, you got some shit you got to see. Because war been going on in this bitch for so long, you have to become knowledgeable in some of this shit. You got to see some of this shit, just viewing and shit from your living room chair. You ain't got to be the wide, a general in the motherfucking army to have military knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Because when you go out your house, nigga, you on the battlefield. You got to think in many of the same respects that a motherfucker out on a real battle, where the streets is a real battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Where you have a conventional army and shit like that. Yeah, you got to think the same way. So I could see how motherfuckers could lose out here on these streets because you can't even see shit when it's right there in front of your face. Motherfuckers be so eager for the U.S. to fall and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, but that's emotional, It got to also be backed up with something. Y'all talking about prophecies and shit. Man, these motherfuckers got warfare that they can bring to a motherfucker. And so that's why motherfuckers be talking that shit. Y'all can't even deal with the police when they knock on the door. Motherfucker knock on the door. These same motherfuckers that's talking this shit. Man, the U.S. can't. When the motherfucker police knock on the door, nigga, you in there knees shaking, nigga, knocking like Don Knocks. You see what I'm saying? You in there, you can hear your knees knocking like a motherfucker. Sound like pool balls and shit. You understand what I'm saying? When a nigga break on the pool table, you hear them goddamn balls when they crack like pop. Your knees in there popping, nigga, and like pool balls and shit. You ain't about that life, nigga. You can't see this shit. If you could see this shit, you would stay out of the way of the enemy. Yeah, it is falling, but it ain't gonna fall like, it's falling. It's falling. But, but the reality is it ain't falling. Yeah. It is falling, but it ain't falling. You see, it's falling, but it ain't falling. At the same goddamn time, America, you got to run the whole goddamn world is on the same goddamn blueprint, Judah. You see what I'm saying? You see, the whole world is operating like a Western nation, even the goddamn over there in Israel, operating like a Western nation. What is you talking about? If it fall, what the fuck gonna happen? Another one gonna pop up? Yeah, it ain't gonna fall all in the day. It ain't gonna fall all in the day. You right. It's not. I tell you what, you motherfuckers say it's falling, but fuck with the beast. They say who would war with the beast? You see what I'm saying? Even in the goddamn Bible, it don't say that it gonna fall like that. It ain't like you gonna blow on the motherfucker, he gonna drop. Who gonna war with the beast? Who gonna war with the beast, Judah? Who gonna war with the beast? Yeah, they moving off the. Oh man, listen here. Yeah, they've been talking about they moving off the dollar and all. They can move off the dollar. What that mean? What they mean? They still got to engage in global enterprise. They move off the dollar. They can move off the dollar. They still got to engage in international trade regardless. As long as a majority stay on the motherfucker, you could come off the dollar, but can you make it? Still got to be a international currency. You see what I'm saying? Okay, the ones that's coming off the dollar, they can't make that shit. They in selling the national currency. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers still got enough industry, and they still in control over enough products and industry where they can make the majority of the motherfuckers conform. Now, if you that kind of you got a dynamic, a fucking a dynamic economy, and shit like that, where you producing, a majority of the, what you call it, products and shit and resources that people need in the world, then, and even then, you got to be able to defend that process. I just, at this point in time, this is not, it's just being real. You see what I'm saying? People just got to get in and do what they supposed to do. That don't mean you got to go along with the beast. That don't mean you got to go along with the beast. Man, they about to kill BRICS. How the fuck is you expecting? They about to kill BRICS. Man, be serious. They about to kill that. That ain't going nowhere. I done seen North Korea. They about to kill BRICS. They about to kill that. They ain't got nothing coming. That ain't lasting. You talking about they didn't surpass in GDP. North Korea? Them motherfuckers over there goddamn can't even, motherfuckers' stomachs is touching their backs. Huh? BRICS? No, you talking about South Africa? They down there with the worst crime of any goddamn nation on the planet. I'm looking at, Johannesburg is crumbling to the ground. I mean, what the fuck is you talking about? How in the fuck? Come on, man. How they gonna get through the water? How they can shut them down on the water any fucking time they want to? Why you think China up there trying to build that goddamn new Silk Road through there? Because they know when it come down to the get down, if they want to shut them down on the oceans, they could shut them down. You got to have more than a dream, dog. You got a dream. You got a dream. China, all third world nations, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Russia, India, China. China, when it comes down to the get down, China gonna roll with the U.S. China gonna roll with the U.S. You know why? That's their biggest trading partner. That's their biggest trading partner. That's how they got rich. That's how they got rich, Judah. They didn't get rich trading with India. India and China, wait a minute, first and foremost, look at what you put in there. I could chop that up immediately. Number one, China and India could be at war at any day now. Iran and Saudi Arabia, two biggest goddamn arch enemies. So you got China and India, arch enemies, could be at war at any given time. Saudi Arabia, Iran, arch enemies, could be at war at any given motherfucking time. Russia, a defunct goddamn country, on the verge of total collapse. What is that? I can break that shit down right now. You see? Yeah, China sold to everybody in the world, but it got rich trading with the United States. And the only way that motherfucker goes, and they say they goddamn economy is dropping right now. Yeah, they ain't doing good. They ain't going. So you mean to tell me that China, India, arch enemies, fighting over land right now, could be at war at any given time? Saudi Arabia, Iran, arch enemies, man, that shit. I can't. I have no faith in that. That's just real. That's not hating. That's just real. That just don't even. It's like y'all been beat, and y'all when everybody done got beat, get on the same team, even though they don't like each other, to try to knock down another motherfucker. Y'all not together on any like we about to really build. Y'all motherfuckers is defeated. Every motherfucker you put up there then got their ass whooped, is what you saying. And so every motherfucker that got their ass whooped, China, India, Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, they want to get on the same team. But the stability of that, China and India, Saudi Arabia, in goddamn Iran. Man, you got to do better than that, man. Come on, man. That ain't going nowhere. That ain't going. And matter of fact, I heard that what I heard is that they didn't ban accepting new members. That's what it happened because they didn't came to a standstill. They didn't came to a standstill. You feel me? They didn't came to a standstill. So we'll see. We'll see what motherfuckers is talking about. We'll see what motherfuckers is talking about. We'll see. We'll see. Watch it. Watch it when I watch it. We'll see how far I go. We'll see which one of them po ass countries you talking about. Yeah, show me which one of them po ass countries. What you gonna replace? What you gonna put the we gonna start internationally trading in what they call them, the ruble or whatever, the Indian ruble, or we gonna trade in Chinese money, Saudi Arabia. Which one of them motherfuckers money you gonna trade in? Russia? You gonna trade in Russian money? Or what y'all gonna do? You gonna create and what you gonna trade in? And technically, I mean, if you take, man, that shit don't make no sense. That's a setup. That's a setup. That's a setup. That's a setup. China, I didn't see how Chinese disrespect Africans. That's a setup. That's a setup. That's a setup. Them is some disrespectful motherfuckers. Period. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. They can give. That's all. That yeah. They can give a motherfucker something. You got to know. I mean, some motherfucker come with a big carrot. You bite down on that shit if you want to. You see what I'm saying? China ain't got no more respect for Africa than United States, goddamn Russia. No. That's when we get to thinking that the other slave master gonna treat you better. That's when you know you in goddamn trouble. You see what I'm saying? That's when you know you in goddamn China. I don't give a fuck what China doing over there. Ultimately, they looking into the future and they understand that they can't feed they goddamn people. And so they gonna do whatever they think, but goddamn it, even that, if they ain't got a military to get into that motherfucking off into that ocean and secure the goddamn trade that's going back and forth through that Indian Ocean, you in trouble. Yeah. They over there disrespecting Africa right now. You didn't know, and you don't pay, and goddamn it, they own ports and shit. They get control over. Yeah, that's true. Okay, they over there. Yeah, but you got to read the fine line. Read the fine line. Read the fine line. Ain't nothing for free. Ain't nothing for free. Ain't nothing for free. Believe that. Believe it. Ain't nothing for free. I don't condone what the U.S. is doing. Fuck the U.S. over in Africa. They don't need to be there. No different than nobody else. I'm just not the one that's going the communists and shit and the West been fighting over Africa, and that's how Patrice Lumumba ended up dead. You see what I'm saying over there, the fight between the communists and the damn and the West. You see what I'm saying? And all of that. And niggas is in between and shit. They're gonna start knocking motherfuckers off over there. Watch what they tell you. It's just true. It's just true. Anybody that know the earlier and they over there flying them goddamn communist flags and shit and this, that, and the third. That's how Patrice Lumumba died. Mobutu, whatever his motherfucking name is. He was with the fucking he was with the communists and shit and this, that. But Africans don't see that, being in the middle between the West and these goddamn Soviets, them communists, is bad business. It's just bad business. It's just bad business. Our people end up dead, and many great leaders end up dead because They want to think that the communists don't give a fuck about Africa. They there for resources. They don't have the military. You see what I'm saying? And they do. But at the same time, you have to read the fine lines. You have to read it in the fine line. They get ports. They get military bases. Yeah, they ain't gonna, but this is what I want. I'm gonna get something. See, it's always gonna be in the fine line. That's all right. That's all right. We could do. I have no faith in no outsiders. I have no faith in no outsiders. China, Russia, or the United States. I just don't. Okay, I just don't. I don't believe that China. I done seen too many goddamn videos where they over there. You know what I'm saying? Disrespect shit that they don't allow in China. They doing in Africa. Just watch them, how they treat African people. They don't allow that shit in China. They would never allow no goddamn Africans to come over there and do the shit that they doing in goddamn Africa, man. Let's stop this nonsense. The shit that they see themselves as elite. They see themselves better than African people. God damn it, when the COVID shit dropped over there in China, they blamed it on the Africans. See what they did over there in China. We looking over in Africa. Yeah, we looking over there in Africa. Go over there during COVID in China and see what they rounded up all the Africans before they even rounded up any of their own goddamn people. They was over there rounding up African and putting them in goddamn quarantines and blaming this shit on African people right over there in China. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you just got to go to the heart of the beast. You just got to go to the heart of the beast and see what it is. And a lot of and it's a lot of African nations that's saying and giving the information up on the goddamn Chinese. Yeah, they saying that they ain't getting the, because some of them goddamn countries are already. You saying they giving some free shit. Nah, maybe they is because they trying a new tactic, but they done already got some African nations on the hook already where they got contracts and got loans and shit. This wasn't no free shit. This was actually contracts and shit. And and they ass wasn't able to pay up, and so they get ports and they get military bases and a whole lot of other shit from over there. So we just had to keep our eyes on it. We just got to keep I don't trust no outsiders. Stay out of Africa. Stay out of goddamn Africa. Period. I don't pick no. This a better colonizer. Stay your ass out of Africa. All right. This is General Sarasu and Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. We be right, black family, black power.